unit delivery?
Hi. What's your name again?
I'm Jonathan.
Oh,
And you
okay.
are?
My name's Jennifer.
Nice to meet you.
Good to meet you.
So, is there anything in particular you want to know regarding PCs or troubleshooting or anything like that?
Yeah, I have a PC. It's a Dell PC at home. And it's really slow right now. So it seems that there's a lot of information maybe on it, so maybe I need to delete everything, take everything out, and put
I know what she means.
reinstall everything, like a disk, just put another disk in and reinstall everything and start from scratch. So maybe that would, do you think I need to save everything before I do that? Is that something I would need to do?
That is a very common problem. Not that it's completely and utterly relevant, but is it a laptop or a desktop computer?
Desktop.
Okay. Do you know how big the hard drive is?
No, I don't.
Alright, do you know what speed it is? As far as disk speed, rotations per minute? Like 54 or 7200?
I wish I knew, I'm sorry.
Okay, that's alright. If it's running a little slow, in general, like when you boot up or just when you're browsing the net, or if you try to pull up like a video, does it just lag completely?
Yeah, all of that.
So it's just slow all around. Okay.
Yeah, it is slow all around.
Depending on how old it is, how long have you had it?
Since 2007.
Okay. And what operating system are you running?
It's Windows Vista.
Okay.
I know, I hate that program too.
Well, if you don't want to keep Windows Vista, as it is Microsoft's largest failure since the dawn of life, I would recommend either upgrading to Windows 7, and depending on where you got it from, they will offer a discounted price and they'll upgrade it for you. Or some places, depending on where you go, I know Best Buy, if they have it under warranty and say Microsoft puts out a new operating system like 7 within the last 4 or 5 years that this has been out.
Could you go back to use what said Best Buy, and then?
If you get from there, they might offer a warrant in the warranty, and it'll have a small disclaimer that says, if something new comes out as far as product releases pertaining to Microsoft, like a firmware update that for some reason they don't support on their corporate site, that Best Buy may have it, or that some workers that they have, like Geek Squad, will come to your home and they'll do it. And sometimes it might help, but oftentimes you might just need to, one, as you may have suspected, wipe your system, but of course back everything up first. Or you might have a series of viruses or data infections.
Well, how do I back everything up?
If you have Windows Vista, there's actually a built-in utility called System. Well, you can do it one of two ways. You can use the CDs that came with your computer when you bought it, assuming you still have them. Or there are, on a lot of Windows...
I do have those CDs still.
Okay. If you don't want to do that, because it tends to take a while, and depending on what condition the CD is in, it might take a couple hours. If you don't want to do that, then what Microsoft did when they put Vista pre-installed on a lot of machines was what they did was they divided the hard drive into 2 partitions. And one partition is the one that you have all your documents and save files and photos on and that you use. And the other partition is the recovery partition, which basically has all the information on the restore CDs on a separate partition, but it's all in your computer.
I'm sorry, could I clarify partition?
It's like they divide up the hard drive into 2 separate parts. Like a pizza, kind of. So if you don't want to use the CDs, then you can open the recovery partition, and there's a instruction guide that shows you how to do that. Long story short, what you can do after it's very, very important if you want to keep your stuff, is before you use the recovery partition or the CDs, you can back everything up onto other blank CDs, or you can make a separate partition with all your documents on there from the boot utility menu, and there's a whole bunch of black and white words and funny looking terminology on the screen. Or you can put it on a flash drive if you have a really big flash drive, or you could even potentially use a blank DVD-ROM, because those can hold up to almost 5 gigs worth of stuff. So there's a bunch of ways to back up your data. But as far as making it run faster, if you don't want to restore and wipe it and put on, if you don't want to upgrade to Windows 7, you could reinstall Vista, which wouldn't really do a whole lot, because eventually it'll slow down again anyway. Or
I don't want to keep Vista at all, but I bought my computer through Dell,
okay.
the Dell company. I ordered it, so online.
Yeah, same here. Yeah, that one actually came pre-installed with Vista, but it actually didn't have enough memory to efficiently run Vista. So when I bought it brand new, it would actually ran considerably slower than it does now, since I obtained a copy of Windows 7 and put that on there.
Oh, nice. Did you buy it? How much did it cost, Windows 7? I mean, because it's kind of expensive.
I got it discounted for considerably less than what it's out for. What Microsoft did before they officially released Windows 7 was they put out some beta test copies on their website, in testing, like a test version of it. And what they did was they put out a test version of Windows 7 on their corporate site, and it was available for free download. And it was meant to expire as soon as the official release came out in October. But they've taken their sweet time releasing an update that voids the beta copies. And
can you restate that again? The last part after you said with the beta. I can't remember what you were saying before that.
Okay, I'm sorry. So what they did was, after they released the test copy, they only meant for it to work until the official release that people would have to pay for. The official release meaning they would have all the bugs worked out, and certain security patches would be available, and certain updates that people would need to do what they wanted to do at the lowest risk possible. But as of late, it has taken them months upon months to release a downloadable update that voids the test copies that a lot of people still have, because they don't want to pay for the official release that came out in October. So I still have a test copy, but depending on where you look and if you have the right resources, you can obtain a validation code that will more or less delude Microsoft servers and their security network into thinking that you have a paid copy, temporarily. So depending on your financial situation and how much you want to spend to do what you would normally do on Vista, only noticeably more efficient, then you would just do that and try and quote unquote hack the test copy. Quote unquote.
Okay, all right. But is it safe for the long term?
Yes, it is.
So meaning Microsoft will not catch me if they realize it's not a
If you're using a test copy?
Yeah, if I'm using a test copy.
Only if you don't download the update, and the update is actually available right now. It actually came out about a week and a half to 2 weeks ago, and it is an optional update, so if you don't install it, they won't catch you.